Aaron and Kelly.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. 1,000 welcomes. What are
Yes.
you listening to right now?
Well, this is I love LA. I forgot who sings this song, but we're gonna actually have some very special guests on the show today,
Yes.
and it's all about what's up in LA.
And you got to say it like
What's up?
Yeah, you got to do the what's up. What's up in
LA?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
you gotta do
that.
that, yeah.
Okay, let me try. What's up in LA? Yo, what up? Okay,
That was hot. That was hot.
I'm getting some thumbs up.
Wow. Yeah, that was hot.
Hilarious.
What's up? I never heard you talk like you're kind of.
Oh, I have another side to me.
Evidently.
Some of you guys watching know that side.
Evidently.
I let it out every now and then. So,
Hey,
Aaron.
I know. Welcome back from Chicago.
I know, finally. I just want to tell all the viewers, all the listeners out there, I know I've been in and out of the show for the last month, but now I'm finally done with Step It Up as far as the workshop, and I went home to see my family, so I'm completely energized, and I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. And I'm glad you did what you did. A lot of kids, a lot of their lives have been transformed from this special Step It Up program that you have. I can't wait for next year. You're going to do it. And again, it was a great thing. That's why I said no. Do what you got to do. We won't kick you off.
And Aaron did a fantastic job. Round of applause for Aaron, Michael Sanchez, and Jose Luis for doing a great job. You guys are awesome.
All right.
Really quickly, though, we need to plug if you want to chat or talk to us online.
That's right. If you're listening to us and you're at work or just bored, go to ustream.tv /channel/KCAA TV, or just go to ustream.tv and click it there, or
you could go to our Facebook or Twitter, and that would be Kelly V. Dolan or Aaron M. Sanchez. God, I haven't said that in a long time.
I know, see?
And if you guys are noticing, the people who are watching, tuning in, we only have one laptop up today, so we're going to be sharing.
Spread that around.
We're going to share one laptop so we can
I
chat with
my
you
charger.
guys, and so did I. So it's all good. But Aaron, you've been really busy this week, huh?
Yeah, they have another show called The Morning Show, and people have been on vacation for that too. So I filled in for that, and then it's been a busy week for the world as well.
Yes, it has. And now I have come to the conclusion, as far as my news source, my up-to-date news source, I am looking to Facebook and Twitter, because I'll tell you why.
Why?
I didn't even know that we had this landing on Mars. I had no clue what the heck was going on, and I just signed into Facebook.
Wait. So did somebody talk about Mars, or just nobody?
No, nobody
Chicago?
said no. Well, no, but I was kind of like not even paying attention.
You were in the vacation
I was
zone.
in vacation mode. I was with my nieces and nephews.
Right.
I was not thinking about anything. And then all of a sudden I go to check in on Facebook because, you have to check in because it's, addictive.
It's like a daily thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It is addictive.
And I go on there and I see all these posts for Landed on Mars, these pictures and links and all this stuff. And I thought, God, this is really the news source for me.
I have to admit, I kind of had heard about about Mars on the news, but it wasn't until somebody posted that it was online live, that there was a live stream version of it, which actually was on Ustream.
Right.
I saw that.
So you actually watched it?
I saw it as it was happening.
Was it cool? I didn't see it. Obviously I didn't click on the links.
Again, you know how everybody is. Our minds are, what if it doesn't work? So your mind always goes there.
Well, some people's minds are like that.
They do.
Me and Aaron are like the yin and the yang. I'm always like, yes, it will work. Everything's going to be okay.
People always want to see, that's in the back of their mind. But it was nice to see it all flow.
So were you happy that it worked?
Oh, absolutely. Well,
I'm joking.
And another story, which you happen to know, which I posted on my Facebook, we interviewed some of the engineers that had worked on that exact rover when they were talking about like 4 years ago, and they said, yeah, we can't wait till it actually lands. So that was why it was kind of bittersweet, because it was like, wow, we were a part, we touched
isn't that
people
like
that were part of it.
That's the cool part of it. Later on today, we're going to have a couple of guests, and it's all about a new project for them. And so it's just so great to see where their project's going to be in a couple of years. And I think that's one of the great things about what we do is we kind of get to peek inside people's lives before it actually happens, like before it becomes big.
And then we celebrate with them at the after parties later.
Yeah, well, at least we hope so, right? And another reason why I say Facebook and Twitter is my new news source is because I have a friend over in town. She's moving back to Los Angeles, and she's literally on the couch, and I'm on the other couch, and we're just sitting there like on our computers doing our busy work, and all of a sudden we hear like a rumble.
Wait. First of all, this was at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's like
11:30 you're working?
Oh, yeah, editing. Both her and I. Well, she's in
Okay.
production, and then I was editing some of the videos for the girls for the Step It Up program.
Okay.
So it's great to have a friend that's like this. We both like are workaholics, and
Oh, yeah,
so
that's great.
well, no, it's great because sometimes people don't understand that
That's
you
true.
enjoy work, and so me and her could literally be hanging out for 6 or 7 hours on our own laptops working. But it's just kind of nice.
But you get to hang out.
Exactly, because every now and then I'll be like, oh, what do you think of this? And whatever
Yeah.
she's working on, I could be
Yeah.
like, oh, I think this would be
So
great.
it's at 11:30 at night.
Yeah, 11:30 at night, and then all of a sudden we hear this rumble, like this rolling. And at first we both look up at the fan that is in the living room because the fan is like making all this noise because it was super hot. Yeah, and my air condition was out, so I had
No, your air conditioner was
Yeah,
out?
it was
Oh, my
horrible
God.
for a day. So all of a sudden I look up at the fan, and we know it's not the fan because the fan is still working. And then I look at her and I say, "Did we just have an earthquake?" And then she's like, "I don't know." I said,
I don't
"Well,
know.
let me check Facebook." So I go on
Yeah.
Facebook, and literally there was like 12 different like people that had said, "Oh my God, did you feel that? Oh my gosh, I did." Like all
Right.
this stuff. And then I found out that it was true. And so I thought that was so hilarious that we had that conversation that I had to
All
post
Facebook
it
and Twitter.
on Facebook.
Did we just have one?
Yeah, like and so
Yeah.
I had to post that on Facebook, and everybody commented.
It's funny because, I mean, people will post on Facebook as an earthquake's happening
Mm-hmm.
versus looking for a good place to be. I mean, they'll be like,
You know what?
earthquake is happening. Just
That's
want you
a
to know
really-
before I go. Goodbye. I love
That's
you
a
all.
really interesting point. Like seriously, why and why we just seriously looked at each other and we're like,
Thunderstorm is electrocuting me. That's what
well,
happens.
why are we're so programmed to do that? Are we not? Like, and I almost didn't post anything because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be original. I'm gonna be different. I'm not gonna post anything on Facebook. But sure enough, I did, and then.
Succumbed.
And then everyone's like, "Well, you're on here too, posting it." And so, but it was good fun. But so that's my news source. So what I want to do is I want to ask everybody that's tuning in, what is your news source? What is your go-to? Because I want to know what people are going to when they hear rumors and things of that nature, and is their source really valid? I think
Right.
it's kind of cool that I'm going to Facebook because I'm getting the opinions and the truth from people I kind of know versus sometimes I'm tuning into people on television that. There can be politics involved, so I don't
Yeah.
know quite what people are saying. Just like you guys might be like, what are these two saying right now? No,
That's
I'm just
right.
kidding.
If you're just tuning in right now on the radio or on Mikasa Broadcasting, or online, you are watching live with Aaron and Kelly, and we have some other news in for businesses, right? We've got
Yeah.
a very interesting, which is a funny. I was telling her about this story, and she goes, "Wait a minute,
Yeah.
what did you do?" Okay, first of all, let
I'm
me-
so
let me
excited
s-
about this.
Let me set it up. I was telling her about the news article. Starbucks has merged with Square, and it just so happens.
That I just did a commercial for Square.
Wow.
Yeah, so and it's so crazy how the world works because I had never heard of Square. I went into
Did
this
you tell
audition.
them that when you went in?
Well,
or
no,
they
of
didn't
course
care?
not. I walk into this audition, it says Square. All of the actors are like, we have no idea
What did you
this
think
is.
it was? Like a
I had no clue,
like a
no
square
clue.
head?
Well, not until we got into
Oh,
our
that's
actual, not until we got into our actual audition did I know what it was. That the director explained, it's this little square that plugs into the iPhone and you can use it for credit cards. So the scenario is basically like I'm dropping my kid off at daycare and I want an extra month of daycare service for my kid, and so I pull out my card and I swipe it and everything is perfect because it's perfect commercial world, right? But ever since then, people have been calling me randomly saying, "Oh, have you heard about this new Square?" And normally, you guys know I don't announce what
No,
I've
you
done
don't.
for
You don't
a
like to.
commercial until it's actually aired.
Yeah.
But I just think it's so funny that all this stuff is coming up. But let's talk about
Well, let's-
Starbucks and which I love
I have
and
to say
Square.
that it goes even further back because I met one of the creators of Square.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we went to an app thing. We were trying to get an app made, and it turned out this guy said, "Hey, check this out." He goes, "Watch, I'm going to charge you $1." I said, "What do you mean?" He connected to the iPhone, swiped my card, said, "This is how it works."
Oh, that's
I
a great
created
little
this.
thing. I wish I would have.
I wish I would have kept his
came up with
number.
that.
I didn't keep his number. I had no idea. I said, "Wow, that's going to be big." That's all I said, but
Yeah,
I didn't keep in touch. What
absolutely.
a dork, huh? Anyway,
No, it's okay.
so this is interesting because Starbucks is using their Square, and anyone can.
As opposed to the other services.
Yeah, you can go sign up. Now, they're not our sponsors, but they did sponsor you from the commercial. But it is news because retailers, again, these processing services, credit card processing, you have to pay for the unit. The unit could be anywhere from $100 to $300, depending if it's used or not. If it's wireless or not, you have to get another device for that. And then, of course, you always have to pay for each transaction anyway. Well, with the Square, you can have an iPad, you can have an iPhone.
You don't have to go out and buy something.
You don't have to buy something. You just hook this up into the audio portion of your system, and you swipe the card.
You swipe it. It's so interesting. When we did the commercial, we actually had to go through the process, and you just sign it. It's just like a regular transaction you would see at the store. I mean, but it's so convenient because how many times people even say that they've used them at dinner, like when they go out with dinner, for a dinner, and it's like 4 or 5 people, and everyone's got cards. Well, one person will just pay for it, and if no one has cash, they'll just charge $20.
Now, no one, and if you had that, there's no reason anybody cannot pay you anymore if they have Visa or MasterCard.
You know how
you know who you are
when
too.
you go out to dinner and there's somebody that only wants to pay. Oh well, I only have $5 on me.
I don't have but you have a credit card? Yes.
Well,
Bam.
I know. Pretty soon they're gonna have to come up with
Yeah, there's gonna be another. I
excuse.
lost my purse. I lost my wallet. No, I'm just kidding. That has happened. I didn't mean it to. But on a different note, PayPal also has implemented the same thing. They're going toe to toe with Square right now. So Square started a really great phenomenon. And I have a PayPal one as well, so I got to plug them just because I have their system. So pretty cool.
Very cool, very cool. And Aaron, I am so excited. I want to get our guest on this show. Can we just get them on now?
Or why don't we take a break?
Oh, wait, Aaron, do you know what we have?
The Good News Giveaway. That's right. We have a fantastic two, actually, that we're going to give away.
That's why I snapped twice.
Yeah, but we're not going to give them away on this show. You have to go to our Facebook.com/Aaron M. Sanchez, Kelly V. Dolan, Twitter, same thing. Okay, and we are giving away to a small business expo.
Which is great for all our small business listeners out there.
This is happening in November.
Yep.
Now, the event is free, but the seminars, the after party, all the mixing, that all costs, but we're going to give a VIP to 2 people. You can enter. Just go to our Facebook. We're going to launch that actually today or tomorrow.
That's right. So and we have a ticket giveaway or a couple tickets.
2 tickets to a fashion show on a yacht. That's right, in Newport Beach.
Yeah, I think everybody here, I'm getting a few screams here at the radio station. I think everybody wants to go to that one.
They do. I posted that on my Facebook, and I instantly got all these women wanting to go on there. I was like,
it's just something about a yacht. I don't know what it is. Just the sound of being on a yacht. You just feel like
a fashion show on a yacht.
Pampered or something. I don't know.
Now the tickets are $75 for anyone that just wants to go and sign up. We're going to post all of our details on our Facebook. So you have to be our friends on Facebook or on Twitter to get that information.
Yep. And I think we need to go to a commercial because I just can't wait to talk to our next guest.
You're ready to bring them in. What's up in LA?
What's up in LA? When we get back.
Here, or one of the cast members. When we get back, we'll be back.
That's right. Don't miss us too much.
This ain't no disco. It ain't no country club either. This is LA.
That's right. Welcome back to Live with Aaron and Kelly. We are very excited. We have 2 very special guests, and we're going to be talking all about what's up in LA.
That's right. We have Jean-Paul San Pedro.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Thank you for coming on. And, of course, the creator, writer, director, producer, Rodolfo Zales.
That's correct. That's correct.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you guys have a project right now that you're working on, which all of you can literally check as we're talking. It's at Kickstarter.com. It's called
What's Up in LA. Basically What's Up is our interpretation of an older generation grandfather who hears the term what's up, and he wants to be cool, so that's how he says it, what's up.
Oh, I love that.
Without the T, so what's up?
What's up? What's up in LA?
Very cool. Now, how did you come about to create this?
Well, actually, my partner and I, we both work in the industry, and then basically we sat together, we said, look, we're doing all these jobs for other companies, and we need to get together and do something positive and affiliate and associate our culture. So let's do it. This summer, we'll shoot it in the summer, and that's it. Well, that little summer project turned into a 3-year monster.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
3 years.
15 episodes. We've written season 1. We have 4 episodes of season 2.
Wow.
And yeah, just the casting process alone, it was
So it really
tremendous.
evolved from what you thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah. We were basically going to shoot just a little friend project over the summer, and then it just grew and just turned into this monster.
Now, I would imagine that a lot of people would want to be part of this project. How did you guys go about the casting process?
Well, the casting process.
There was a laugh there. Both of you guys could chime in.
Yeah, I mean, we did casting everywhere from New York to Florida to here in Los Angeles. We did all sorts of casting, from open calls to specific casting calls, and it was difficult because the chemistry. We wanted the Cosby chemistry. It wasn't just throw something together, and because obviously
Amongst your friends, which a lot of people do, unfortunately.
Right, yeah, no,
I don't
most
recommend
definitely.
that, yeah.
No.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying. No. I use Kelly in everything. But, you know, again, for what you're going for,
for sure.
which is very specific, you have to get the right person.
Oh,
So how long did it take?
My auditions took 1 year. 1 year.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, the whole audition.
They
process
wanted to
took
be
3 years.
sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Because you play the main character.
Yes.
Right, especially because he plays the main character, and then you're dealing with a certain family, which is, it's a Cuban family, and Cubans are very particular. Unless you're Al Pacino,
Right.
he's the only one that gets away with playing a Cuban. So it was very difficult to find the authenticity and again the chemistry, and we wanted to make sure that the whole cast was just all-star cast.
Now, are all the actors of Cuban descent? Or
No,
did you guys,
actually-
because I know sometimes you're like, I want them to be Cuban, but sometimes they can play the role.
Yeah,
you know?
no, most definitely. The family, all the family is Cuban.
Okay.
And then we have obviously of Indian descent,
Very cool.
Persian, African American,
Very cool.
because of the fact that we're dealing with Los Angeles.
Yeah,
and you guys.
So you're displaying what LA
Exactly
is.
what LA is.
Not,
Yeah.
not the hollow. What do they call it? Like the Hollywood
Hollywood.
version.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
Los Angeles through the eyes and the POV of a family that moves from Miami, a Cuban family.
Which
Okay.
is so true, because that's such a, I mean, we were just talking about that beforehand. Like in Miami, there's so many Cubans. Out here, like, I don't meet many Cubans. So it's kind of a cool little like perspective to kind of move from a city you're used to, and then it's foreign to you, but you still have your traditions, the things you go through, and then, but you're in this whole new environment kind of thing.
No,
Very cool.
Cubans are definitely endangered species over here.
Yeah.
In Miami, it's most definitely,
Yeah.
and that's the whole the part of the show that's so funny, because although we speak Spanish, it's different. And we have different customs. And there's one episode where it's funny, where the abuelo gets introduced to a habanero. And Havana is in Cuba,
Yes.
and he thinks, hey.
For those of that don't know what a
For the
habanero
gringas.
is, first of all,
The gringas and the gringos.
this is a hot chili. Even for us as Mexicans or Latinos, man, we are like, oh my, right?
Actually,
Right.
happened to my father. He had a sandwich and he had one of those habanero ones, and I mean, he was tearing up.
It's-
And I was laughing. I mean,
It's
I did not laugh
hilarious.
at that, you know.
But you're crying. I mean,
Exactly.
you're like, oh. I mean,
But here's an old Cuban guy. He hears the chili's from where he's from, and so he wants to
like-
eat it, and so stuff like that
That's
is
good,
is
that's good.
yeah, a culture shock within a culture.
I like your show, especially the idea. Now, again, this is the interesting thing, because I'm sure a lot of people are asking, well, then why are you using Kickstarter versus going what some would consider the traditional method of go find an investor to do this? Now, is this for a pitch for a show? Why? Well, again, why?
Okay, so basically we did get interest from networks, but what we saw was basically after we've spent 3 years, after we've written season 1, the way it is basically they fund it, they own it.
That's true.
So
For those that don't know, again,
Talked about it.
yeah, produced by. Well, I was telling you, we were at
Yeah.
the Produced by conference, and one of the producers said they would rather put their own money and their own investment into it and own it versus giving it to a network that now they may not even air it ever.
That, and it might
that-
not be what your vision was for the project.
Exactly. The authenticity they'd bring in, and then we already discussed their team of writers, and so we lose the show.
Right.
So then we decided, my partner and I, we said, hey, you know what? If we do it united, if we all come together, if everybody as a union agree that this kind of TV, this kind of programming is necessary and is needed at a time like right now, then we can just come together and let's do it ourselves.
Why do you
Yeah.
think it's needed right now?
Well, right now, as far as in my opinion, there's a lot of reality TV. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's just, in my opinion, not to. I'm trying to think of the a word that I can use. It's not so bad, but garbage.
Well, it's not really teaching anything.
Yeah, it's not teaching
really,
anything.
It's not inspiring.
There's a lot of garbage, I think,
Yeah.
and especially for the young
And even
kids.
that's scripted.
I agree.
Even some of that is scripted reality. It's crazy. It's like it's not even really reality.
Well, even some of the scripted shows aren't that great,
Right,
either.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and you mentioned the Cosby, and I mean, I grew up watching Cosby's. I think everybody did.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't
It's
just
international.
one culture.
Right.
So, do you guys see this show as being that? You know, like so everybody tunes in.
Definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to bring back that classic from as far back as I Love Lucy, where we were discussing an interview yesterday. You know, that's still in black and white, where it's 2012.
It's still funny.
It's
I still watch
hilarious.
it. Hilarious.
Right.
The Cosby Show, it shows that family matters that have principle. You know, that
It's
have
funny.
moral.
They have a line in the video where they say, "When was the last time that you sang the theme song to a
that's
TV
so
show?"
true.
You know, and that's the kind of feel that we want for
Man,
people.
what is
That
all that
family,
stuff? Right.
you know, that
True.
family feel that you used to spend all day humming the song to the TV show.
And
we
you
don't
knew
do
the
that
minute you
anymore.
heard it in your house. You're
Right.
like,
Right,
oh.
it's on and it's family time. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna watch a family show.
so
Another thing I
true.
want to mention that what they're doing, that not selling the show to us actors means a lot, because it takes a lot of courage for people that don't understand the game. It's very easy for producers to come up with an idea, write a few, a synopsis, and sell it and make a lot of money. What they're doing essentially is not really selling out to that, and that takes a lot. And
I'm glad you brought that up because from what I understand, the networks get about 300 different submissions. Of that, they look at 40 of them, and then of that, they probably funded less than 20 of them, and then of that, like maybe 3 of them actually get picked up by the network.
That's exactly correct.
So, kudos to you guys. Now I got to ask you, Jean. Is it Jean?
Jean-Paul.
Okay,
Jean-Paul.
that's cool. That's
Not
like my
French.
Jose Luis Sedano. Okay, yeah,
Not
that's
French. My mom had to come up with I was born at 6 months, and she had to come up with a last-minute name.
Oh, was it?
That's what came up.
She's all
I think she was.
Jean-Paul, I love
It was the actor Jean-Paul Belmondo by coincidence, and then I turned out. But everybody, are you French? Like, not at all. Actually, my mother's
so
Colombian.
funny.
It
My
did
dad's
throw me
French.
off. It did
You
throw
would
me off.
absolutely think that
Yeah,
with the
of course.
J
Yeah.
instead of the S.
People even start
sure.
talking to me in French right off.
Do you
the
ever
bat.
do that though? That like maybe there's a hot girl around, and you kind of like. Yeah,
We're getting laughs over here
I'm
at the
just saying,
radio.
I would use it.
Aaron would totally use that.
Jean-Paul, you would need to talk
Usually
to me.
they know
No,
I'm foreign.
well, the
Yeah.
Spanish works
Yeah.
just as well. Trust
The
me.
Spanish
yeah.
has worked.
Now you go back to the ABC diversity program as well, right? Tell
yes,
us about
2
that.
years ago. That was an amazing process. I think it starts with about 8,000 submissions from actors, and basically ABC goes through the process of weeding out actors and what they think is the new up-and-coming crop of diverse actors. I had an amazing cast with me, and they picked the 12, and we put on a huge showcase for the whole industry. And that's opened up a lot of doors for me, being Hispanic and stuff. It's great that ABC is taking the time to do that for actors.
Wow,
Absolutely.
that's great.
Now, you said the casting process took about a year. So how did you guys get in touch? Was it an agent? thing,
No,
or-
basically the whole process took 3 years to get the whole family together.
Okay.
And a lot of it had to do with specific roles, like the mailman. We had a specific look, and we were blessed to come across Felipe, which we love.
He's great.
Yeah, Felipe,
He's
you
hilarious.
gotta see
For
this.
those-
Felipe-
You guys know him, I'm sure.
character.
Everybody.
He's
Like his
something
hair
else.
and his. I mean,
He's so specific.
He is the mailman. It's
Incredible.
funny because when we're envisioning this character, it's like, okay, he's gonna play a Mexican American from Los Angeles, and he's got this look. He's kind of just.
Well, just the look and the
Him.
fact that he's called the mailman makes me laugh. Like when I was looking at the media kit, I was like, "This is hilarious!
Yeah.
Like this is funny."
and then you got Oscar Torre.
Yeah, Oscar was
Amazing
awesome. We Oscar, believe it or not, we thought was going to be the most difficult role to cast, just because right now, for his age and that demographic, to find a Latino that's pretty much bringing it, we thought was going to be difficult. We saw Ladrón que roba ladrón, which is a phenomenal film that Lionsgate put out. And once we saw it, it's him. It was perfect. So, obviously we contacted the management, and he read the script, and he fell in love. He was in from the beginning.
And did you tell him, by the way, we don't have the funds just yet?
You know what's interesting is with everyone, and we talked about it before. We said, whoever's going to be a part of the project is meant to be part of the project. And so we would see with certain talent, they would come in first. That's their their motive. But with every cast member, they were all interested in the script. You know, what is it that you're trying to depict? What is the story? And once they read the scripts, then they were in 100%. Then after that, then we talk about the funds and all that stuff.
Right.
But they're all extremely supportive and believe in the project.
That right there is a really good team. I mean, when they all come together to bring this together, and I got to say again, you guys are raising $50,000 on Kickstarter. One of our friends actually just raised. They went for 88,000.
Yeah, and got 100
and 4,000.
Right.
So when you get people around it, and that's really what like the networks even want to see now. It's sad, but they want to see. Yeah, but right, you're going to be able to get all that too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, the more funds that we raise, because we have all the scripts, the more episodes that we'll be able to shoot. And so we come in with more of a powerhouse instead of just a sandwich. Now we got the sandwich, the chips, the drink. Here it is. It gives us a lot more strength.
Yeah, I know.
I got to ask a really quick question because we've asked this, or we've talked about all of the Kickstarter, Indiegogo. Why did you pick Kickstarter? Like, did you know about Indiegogo, and why did you maybe go with Kickstarter?
No, actually, my partner was the one that he did some research on Kickstarter, and it showed it to me, and that's the first one we saw, and I just thought it was awesome. An outlet for independent, obviously, artists to reach out and to communicate.
Because it's a lot of work. If you come just shy of that, you get nothing. That's an all or nothing.
Zero.
But it kind of puts the pressure on. I like pressure a little bit.
Yes,
because
she
I feel
does.
like, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's do this, you know?
What's
They already
interesting, in the office, we have the clock, and we see the seconds, and every time I look at it, I definitely feel the pressure. I think we're down to, we're 30 days.
From today.
Yeah. 30 days. So
Okay, and how much do you have and how much do you have to go so we can help
I
support?
have no idea because I'm not checking it.
Okay.
I'll hear what people say, hey,
we'll have to post it on our Facebook, though. Let's make sure we do that.
We're going to post it. We're going to blast it.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're going to put you on the radio someday.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, okay? And when we come back, we're going to see how good you guys are at taboo.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Taboo?
He's like, what is taboo?
It's fun.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Right here live with Aaron and Kelly.